So when I first saw this article, this one touched a nerve. Touched a nerve in a way that it's so disrespectful and disingenuous and reeks of true disdain that these people have, and not bounding in the comics. I'm talking about the people that Ralph Macchio had to basically shut up finally. But Cobra Kai star Ralph Macchio shuts down accusations that original The Karate Kid was too white. I was not a huge the original Karate Kid fan when I was a young tot. I haven't watched it for a long time. It just wasn't a movie for me. But I love Cobra Kai, and I need to go back and watch The Karate Kid because it is probably 100 times better now than what it was. It's probably very dated and of its age, but Cobra Kai is so good. I love it. And check out my season 5 review, which I'll have in the little title card thing. It seems that easily offended woke mob has taken issue with The Karate Kid and deemed the 1980s classic as too white. And actor Ralph Macchio, who has portrayed aspiring martial arts turned sensei Daniel LaRusso in both the cult film series and in Cobra Kai television's continuation, is putting his foot down on these unfounded claims. People have said it's a very white cast, that it didn't dive into the Asian story, Macchio said in the most recent issue of Stellar magazine, as per a transcript provided by the New York Post. Addressing his late co-star Noriyuki Pat Morita, Pat Morita, and the background of his character, Mr. Miyagi, he explained, but I always say this. The film was ahead of its time because it was a popcorn movie that talked about Japanese internment camps during World War II. And you have to remember that. Mr. Miyagi fought in World War II on the side of America. During that time, we did things too that a lot of us aren't super proud of. And let's just admit it. And talking about that is really, it's important. And Mr. Miyagi suffered in those. And that's sad thinking about it. That's sad. And this show, which was a young boy finding a father figure that helped him grow up essentially and become a better man. To have that balance of this man who shows no real emotion finally shows some emotion, and you get some of his little backstory and stuff. That's a lot. To this end, Macchio opined that I can never say it, that the Morita's performance during the scene were in Mr. Miyagi reveals details about his past to Daniel. Arguably the most heartbreaking in the film was likely fueled by the actor's own experiences during the war. It wouldn't shock me. Pat always said the scene in which it revealed Mr. Miyagi's lost his wife and child in the camps earned him his Oscar nomination, Macchio disclosed. And that's something you have to realize, like, the story of Karate Kid is it's a heartwarming story that we need more of. We need more of these stories where the young boy learns responsibility and learns to defend himself and become better through something else. Doesn't have to be fighting, but becomes essentially a man. And Karate Kid shows that, and Cobra Kai shows that Danny LaRusso still has a long way to go, but he is getting better. But now we get into some of the accusations that just tear me apart because they start tearing in, not bounding, they start using references of this. It's not the first time people have claimed it's all white. Cobra Kai, a spin-off series produced by Sony Pictures. I think they yet another typo bounding. Gotta get that. You gotta get a better editor, or you gotta start catching your edits. Pictures Television Studios has brought back both Ralph Macchio and Danny LaRusso and William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence, Daniel's rival in the first movie. And I don't have a clip of it, but Geeks and Gamers plays it a lot. William Zabka and Drunk 3PO Jay and William Zabka made a quick video together. That's freaking amazing, and he did it because he wanted to do something fun. Unsurprisingly, this new series has also faced its fair share of criticism for being too white. Bullshit. It's total bullshit. There are now 3 white men. Martin Kove reprised his role as John Kreese for the series' 5th season. God, I need to get better at reading. At the center of Cobra Kai, a franchise rooted and deeply indebted to Eastern tradition, accused the Los Angeles Times writer Jen Yamato when decrying Cobra Kai lack of Asian representation last year. So, they don't tell us exactly when that article comes out, but there was Asian representation in the show, you dum-dum. There was a very important scene in season 3, even though it's not the favorite season, where Danny has to go to Japan and he re-meets Chozen. And then this whole little line here that gets basically disproven this past season, where Chozen is now a mainstay in the series. To further drive her point home, the Los Angeles Times author brought forward a statement by UCLA's 2020 Hollywood Diversity Report. Oh my God, I hate these things. Wherein author Anne Christian Romano, I'm seeing a lot of women, lamented, except for the Latino character of Miguel, all the other people of color are outside of that main cast. So it actually doesn't show as a diverse show in a sense. My frickin'. If it doesn't... So, 2020, 2022, last year we got... I want to say when this would have been written, we would be on season 4. Or we might just be about to get to season 4 when this was wrote. So we had a main black cast member from season 1 to the end of season 2. It was Sam's best friend who ended up leaving because she got into a fight. In season 2, they might have been side characters, but we still had 2 new black character, another new black character whose name I can't remember, but he was one of the, his rival was, his friend was Penis Breath. They then go to Miyagi-Do, Cobra Kai, and then Eagle Fang. And from there on, you get more. You also did, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there was another Asian kid who was the bully. God, the more I think about this, the more I get annoyed because it's so disingenuous. Danny LaRusso, Italian kid from Jersey, is the most Japanese character on this show. Likewise, condemned to Vanity Fair Sonia Saroya. I don't know how to say it. Sonia. We'll just say Sonia. Well, it's not like His father figure was a Japanese man because his dad passed away when he was a young boy. So you have to get, he replaced it with Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Miyagi was his father figure. Upon Cobra Kai's release in 2018, IndieWire author Hannah Nguyen similarly asserted, now having Daniel wax poetic about bonsai cultivation or slicing sashimi smacks of white-splaining. Jesus fucking... Oh! There is nothing wrong with a man opining on his appreciation of another culture. I, for one, adore Japanese culture and think it's beautiful. I think it's some of the most rich history throughout the world. There's nothing wrong with me saying, hey, this is how you cut sushimi or sashimi. Hey, bonsai trees grow like this and you should do this. Because also when he talks about cultivating bonsai trees, he's talking about life. He's giving life lessons. If you quit worrying about skin color and start worrying about what's coming out of their mouths, he's teaching a life lesson through the bonsai cultivation, you nitwit. And while we might be able to forgive a character for being so earnestly tone deaf, oh my god, the show utilizes a frequent and mortifying I don't know what that word is. In vaguely Asian-sounding notes that play every time Daniel enters his homemade dojo. The author further cried, "Oh my..." I'm not going to blow up. I'm not going to blow up. I'm not going to blow up. In anger, in anger, in anger. No, no. Don't take that the wrong way. Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay, so why does those sounds play? It's because, one, karate, or kata, or Miyagi-Do karate, originates from Japan. Daniel LaRusso is one of the two main teachers of Miyagi-Do style karate. The other teacher is, right here, Shozen. So maybe when he goes into his homemade dojo to acknowledge the man who taught him Miyagi-Do karate, Mr. Miyagi, maybe it plays a bit of an Asian tone, of a Japanese tone, precise. Moreover, where was he from? Probably from the area that he originates from. It's to commemorate Mr. Miyagi, because when he goes into that dojo, he feels like he's with Mr. Miyagi. It helps him. Unlike many other Hollywood productions in recent years, Cobra Kai is a spin-off series that has successfully managed to breathe new life into a decades-old franchise, focusing on well-written stories and characters rather than disrespecting fans. That's right. Like I said earlier, William Zabka took the time to go with Jay, Drunk 3PO, Geeks and Gamers, Park Hop, and all that stuff, and make a quick video with him. It was fun. It was hilarious. And every time I see that video on like a Tuesday night's main event, I have enjoyment, because it reminds me that Johnny Lawrence, everybody needs one in their life. Everybody needs a Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence is who we need right now, most. Johnny Lawrence for 2024. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Johnny Lawrence, president. In the show's latest season, Daniel's rival Chosen Taguchi, played by Yuji Okamoto, not only played a significant role in the story, but also became one of Cobra Kai's new main characters. And he played one of the most important roles. He was such a freaking badass. Granted, there is one moment in that whole show that I really wish they just would have committed to. Not because I don't like Chosen. It's because I love Chosen, and I think what they should have done is, well, it's sufficiently time. He's battling Silva. Silva strikes him multiple times with a sword, and I wish they just killed off Chosen. And again, it's not because I hate Chosen. I actually love Chosen. It's because if you kill off Chosen, it would have this emotional impact that the show really could have used. I kind of wish they did that. And I think it would have given some more fuel for our rage and disdain of Silva. And when it would be revealed to everybody that, yeah, I killed Chosen. When that would have been revealed to like Danny, when it would have been revealed to Johnny, and Johnny would feel bad because he went there with Chosen to go beat up Silva, that would be tension to the story that we haven't seen in a while. And I wish they would have just committed to it. Another newcomer to the franchise is Alicia Hannah Kim, who plays Kim Da-eun. Yeah, Da-eun. Because she's the granddaughter of Silva and John's master. As one of the series' main antagonists. That's right. Our new main antagonist, besides Kreese, because another spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show that's been out for a while now, John Kreese is out of jail. He broke out. So he's now around. Although I don't think he's going to be a villain anymore. Yet, thanks to being so fleshed out as individual characters and their story being respectful of the series' legacy, both Chosen and Kim Da-eun's introductions to the show felt organic and instead of tacked on for brownie points in an attempt to appease those who have taken issue with the series' demographics. And that's right. Chosen felt, when they introduced that Chosen's coming back, it felt like a plea from Danny, that he needs legitimate help to take out Silva. And when you see that Chosen's going to be in the next season at the end of season 4, it's like, oh my God, we're about to see something awesome. And then when you get the reveal of Kim, and you see that she's not just a female warrior who's a badass. She's not just strong, independent female that don't need no man. No, she's strong and terrifying. It took both, I can't remember her name, but the other new Asian girl who was introduced last season, it took her and Tori working together to take her out for a while, and then that's had to happen. And she was a great counterbalance to Tori. She was a great comparison to Tori because she was trying to train Tori to become this head Viper leader who has no feeling, but then she goes to the other girl. It just worked. And this hatred of this show makes no sense, and just calling this franchise too white is disrespectful to what this show truly is. This show, at its core, is a simple story of people finding their way, finding out who they are, and bettering themselves through, in this case, martial arts. But there are other ways to go about that. It doesn't have to just be martial arts, but it's a learning discipline and becoming better. Developing yourself and teaching the younger generations, passing down stuff and teaching them how to properly live in life. It is a wonderful story that we need more of, and honestly, these people that are hating on the show for its racial demographics, they need a Johnny Lawrence in their life. They need a good, strong Johnny Lawrence in their life to kick them in the butt. And with that, guys, I want to get your thoughts on this down below in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for every time I go live. I am almost to 100 subscribers when making this. Last time I checked, I was at 94. Once I get to 100, I'll do a special celebration stream just for you guys. Then, words. Oh yeah, hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Share it out with everybody. And I need to still keep doing this special 24-hour stream. November 18th. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet drops 24-hour stream on this channel of me playing it. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye for now.